Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life. But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits. He even failed to turn up for his own coronation as emperor, which did little to endear him to the Pope. Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated by the inaction of their ruler, turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary. Sigismund decided on a radical solution. He kidnapped the king to force him to abdicate, then took advantage of the ensuing disorder to gain greater power for himself. He invaded Bohemia with a massive army and began pillaging the territories of the king's allies. It is here that my story begins.
Okay, well, welcome to Kingdom Come Deliverance. This is a game that came out about a week ago, and I've been very excited to try and play it. This game, at first glance, really reminded me of Witcher from the few cutscenes, snippets of the game that I've seen. It's open world, similar to Witcher, massive open world, RPG, story-driven. There's similar things, like a bunch of side quests. You even get a horse, I believe, similar to Roach from The Witcher. So lots of similarities, and that's really the main reason why I was attracted to play it. Plus, anything medieval, anything sword and shield, like Dark Souls, Witcher, I'm a fan of. Always been a fan of. Lord of the Rings, growing up. Anything medieval-esque, ancient Greek, ancient Rome. I played games like Age of Mythology. That's more like a top-down strategy, but, similar aspect. So, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no clue anything about the game except for basically how the game looks, open world, things like that. So, let's see here. We have new game, which is probably where we're going. So let's just click on that. There might be a cutscene here.
Scotch.
Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
Mm-hmm. Henry! Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother. Get up or I'll come get you up, you slugabed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue. A fine state you're in this morning. What on earth did you get up to last night?
Okay, so we can pick speech dialogue similar to The Witcher as well, and I'm guessing that based on what we pick influences the outcome. So, a fine state you're in this morning. What on earth did you get up to last night? By means of the first two choices in this dialogue, you'll select your character's default characteristics. You're not satisfied with them. Not to worry, all characters can be furthered up without limitations. I was working in the forge. Yes, I was crafting swords and shields. I was with Bianca, vitality. I was dancing, agility. We were chatting in the tavern, speech. So these, probably similar to Dark Souls, like strength, vitality, agility, speech, is, a different one, similar to like endurance or faith or intelligence. Let's go with, we were working in the forge.
I was sweating in the forge all day yesterday, and then I was helping Fritz and Matthew with some errands. So I'd say I have a right to be a bit tired.
Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
Why would I be interested in sword fighting? Matthias was teaching me archery. I was with Bianca. What does it matter? Yes.
No, it's just... Matthias was teaching me archery.
Archery? Do you want to become a poacher? Have you any idea of the punishment for that? And where did you get a bow, anyway?
Oh, come on. I've no interest in poaching. It's just a bit of fun.
Christ, give me strength. Just don't do anything stupid. For the love of God. Promise.
I promise.
Have my friends been here? I'm hungry. Is Pa angry at me? Do you need help? And dialogue. Well, I guess we could just start with this one.
Did Matthew and Fritz come looking for me?
No, I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find. They'll be hanging around a tavern somewhere, as usual.
My friends aren't drunks. I don't want to talk about it. You're misjudging them. Oh, leave it be, mother.
Matthew and
They're
Fritz
not
aren't
drunks.
I would have
Drunkards.
said they were, did I? And if I really minded you going for a beer with them, I'd have put a stop to it long ago. I was young once too, you know. And your father was no angel when he was in Cuttenberg.
Give me an
Of
example.
course he wasn't.
You don't believe me? Ask him yourself.
Alright, I will.
You're not a boy anymore, Henry. You're a man, and it's time to start acting like one. Yesterday you promised your father you'd help at the forge. If you made yourself useful now and then, I wouldn't mind your mischief making so much.
I'm hungry. I just woke up. Give me some nice eggs and bacon.
Can I get something to eat?
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
Sausage if you got it.
Is Father angry with me for sleeping late?
He's not happy. Yesterday you promised him you'd help finish that sword for Sir Radzig. He's not as young as he was. And you know how his joints pain him. He's too proud to complain. But he needs your help, Henry.
No. Don't worry, Ma. Of course I'll help him.
Good. He always says his knees ache when there's a storm coming. I hope they're wrong this time. It's looking like such a nice day.
That's an actual thing that happens.
Do you need me to do anything, Ma?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine. It's your father needs helping with that sword.
Alright. End the dialogue. Okay, sensitivity. Okay. Alright. You move around using the WASD keys. Okay, I needed to read that. Tab. Escape. Settings. Controls. Alright, so movement. Accept / uses E, skip dialog space, more exit escape, backspace. Okay. Punch. Nice. Cheese. Is there an inventory? Apple. Lentil soup, bread roll on the table, apple, a broom, carrots. What was... Is there a mint? There's gotta be like an inventory, right? Huh. Whatever. I'm just trying all like the classic. What did I just hit? The scene night depends on light, your posture, and your clothing. Whether here depends on the surface. Moving on. C.
Could do with a bite to eat.
X is whistle. C is crouch. When you hit T, it brings that up. Can you run? I'd like to eat this. Give me a bread roll. Take an apple. Huh. How?
Bite to eat.
Yeah, dude, I hear you. How do we eat? That's what I want to know. Graphic settings, game settings. We enter controls, right? Oh, scroll down, of course. Movement, space, sprint, left shift. Crouch, figure that out. Toggle run. Horse is X. I is open inventory. Open player tab. Open quest log. A lot of controls. Okay, these are just, no one cares. Nothing is this, right? And this can be confirm. Okay. Okay. Okay, so you don't have to hold it, you just have to hit it. I will say the game does look really nice. I've discovered a grindstone. Is that... No, that's not that. Okay. What was... Oh, there we go. Okay, we got a bread roll. Can we eat? Oh, yeah. Okay. Is there a hunger meter? Where's health, energy, nourishment? Nourishment's 57. So what if I go eat another apple? Is my nourishment gonna go up? What about this? What if I just eat everything? Okay, so let's try this. Alright, where's my lentil soup? Nourishment 65. 72. So the apple doesn't give us much. Armor, food. Oh, okay. What does tab get us to? Tab gets stats. Oh, okay, so you can just click along these. Map. Okay, that's helpful. Quest log, we don't have a horse yet. Combat. Defense, warfare, expo, mace, sword and arms. Skills, alchemy, drinking. That's always a good skill. Herbalism, horsemanship, hunting, lockpicking, maintenance, pickpocketing, reading, stealth, buffs, healing, reputation, Skalitz, which is just this place where I'm at, right? And I guess this is like I have 100 rep here, right? Different skills, or no, these are stats. Gambling, craft, allied, quest, crime, combat, general, main level. I'm only 1. I have 2 strength and agility because these are the things I picked. 1 in each of these. Charisma, visibility, conspicuousness, noise, speed. Okay, so this is good to know. So we can just hit escape. So I move that to caps lock. Because it was I. Before, run was caps lock. But I moved it to control. Because when I play a lot of Overwatch. And like that's like my... I forgot what button I have control in that game. But like that's just like where my pinky normally rests. So I'll have it there. And I'll have I... Oh, it's I still that? So I can have both? Okay. Whatever. Doesn't mean anything to me. Alright. Let's start investigating. I know I'm supposed to go talk to my dad. I want to see if there's anything around. So it looks like we have a little settlement here. This is kind of neat. Got the... Ooh, that looks like a steep drop. I'm guessing our health is at the bottom, right? There's not a ton of UI. What is this? Something just came up. Yo, that looks like it's going to waste. Probably should refrigerate that. Axe? Can I have the axe? Hi. I hear someone hammering something. Hey! You need help? How do I talk? Talk, 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 talk. Oh, you just hit E. I was probably...
What's the matter with you? Didn't you hear me calling?
Yeah, dude, I was trying to figure out how your game worked. Okay, sometimes you need powers of persuasion to achieve your goals. In talking to people, you can often choose what kind of impression you want to make on them. You can simply use speech, which however is influenced by the reputation you have at the moment with the person you're talking to. In the Middle Ages, social status was paramount. So the quality of your attire and how well groomed you are, together with your reputation, can make a big difference to how people respond to you. If you look dangerous, people will be afraid to cross you and will also become more willing to assign risky tasks to you. That's influenced mainly by your strength and the deterrent effect of your weapons and equipment. But other things are also taken into account, such as bloodstains on your clothing. Okay. You can sometimes rely on money to do the talking for you. You just have to agree on a persuasive sum. Bribing people works in the same way as shopping, see trade, and haggling. Special cases, you can try any of Henry's other skills, e.g. horsemanship. It's not only the manner of persuasion that's important, but also the specific offer, because sometimes it's not enough just to choose according to your high characteristics. You have to really read what Henry is going to say. Is there another? Okay, side arrows. Or WSED. Persuasion. But different approaches work on different people. You won't intimidate a tough brawler easily, and no matter how well you dress, you won't impress the nobility easily. That's because Henry's abilities aren't simply assigned a universal value, but compared with the abilities of his counterpart. You can see the values of the various abilities in the game under the corresponding icons. You can always see your own abilities. Your counterpart's abilities are visible to you if it's someone you know well, or if you're skilled at reading people. Learn the perk Empathetic. So that's money, the amount you have to pay, and then this is speech, charisma, strength. And then, okay, so that'd be like Henry compared to the guard. So like, if you have better speech skill, you might be able to persuade him. Better strength, you might be able to beat him in like a fight. Charisma, how willing he is to, side with you. It's not just about stats, though. The outcome is influenced by other factors. Your reputation, whether you're dirty or bleeding. If you can't undo the nimble tongue of a merchant, for example, you may want to poison him a little first, and then he'll be easier to persuade. Or if you lead a guard away from his friends, he'll be easier to scare. Yeah, just poison him. Poison the merchants, and they'll give you what you want usually, right? Okay, I had something to do. Sorry, I wanted to have a look around. I won't be ordered around. It doesn't show the father's stats. Let's go with I had something, or I had to do something.
Sorry, I had to go and deal with something.
Well, it's no great tragedy. Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzig, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh, that drunkard. That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Huh.
Sure he'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the crossguard for Sir Radzig's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? Alright. Money, charcoal, crossguard. Got it.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now, work won't wait.
Huh. Her name is Bianca, Dad. Alright, so we have to buy some charcoal. Go collect a debt. Well, collect the debt first. Then get the charcoal. Go get the sword's crossguard. And then go to the tavern to grab some nice, fine ale. Is that our house? We have like a really nice house. This is our house? Is this? No, that's our house. Hey!
What is it?
Hey. Okay, I can't go that way. So this is like an estate, or like a manor, and we live on it, and then like the Lord lives here. A few things I was reading about this game. I watched like all the trailers on Steam about it, read some of the backstory they had on there, and this is apparently like designed with everything that was realistic from the Holy Roman Empire in mind, like the building design, the landscape of like Italy and Western Europe, because the Holy Roman Empire actually extended up north past Italy into where like modern day France and Germany is. But even the weapons, how people talk, the dialogue, the armors, everything, the foods, it's very, they tried to make it very realistic, which is kind of awesome. Do we have, no. So we have a quest log. Unexpected visit. Quest activities. Oh, they're on the map here. So I need to go collect the debt first. So we'll go to C first, which looks like it's just out the gate, down the road and to the left. Because this is like our manor. This is like the estate, right? And so people live here, and I'm guessing they, well, how manors work is usually people live on the manor, and then, you know, all what they do goes to benefit the Lord, and in turn the Lord keeps them safe, provides them with resources, food, water, etc. So we'll go collect the debt first, right? Then we'll go get the charcoal. Then we'll pick up the cross guard at the castle. Or no, we should probably buy out the tavern first, since we're going to be down here. We can do the sword fighting lessons after we do everything, because we're supposed to do all this stuff first. So I want to do those in order. Another thing that I want to read real quick. I took a picture of this from the Steam store info about the game. It's about this game. You're Henry, the son of a blacksmith, thrust into a raging civil war. You watch helplessly as invaders storm your village and slaughter your friends and family, narrowly escape the brutal attack. You grab your sword to fight back, avenge the death of your parents, and help repel the invading forces. A little bit of a spoiler there, but, you know, this is on the Steam game store, so it can't be that crazy, right? And the story, a little bit about the story. Bohemia, located in the heart of Europe, the region is rich in culture, silver, and sprawling castles. The death of its beloved ruler, Emperor Charles IV, has plunged the kingdom into dark times, war, corruption, and discord, and tearing this jewel of the Holy Roman Empire apart. One of Charles' sons, Wenceslas, Wenceslas, I don't know how it's pronounced, has inherited the crown. Unlike his father, Wenceslas is a naive, self-indulgent, ambitious monarch. His half-brother and king of Hungary, Sigismund, who we saw in the cutscene there, the Red Fox, senses weakness in Wenceslas' feigning goodwill. Sigmund travels to Bohemia and kidnaps his half-brother. With no king on the throne, Sigismund is now free to plunder Bohemia and seize its riches. It's probably going to take me a second or two to get these names right, by the way. In the midst of this chaos, you're Henry, the son of a blacksmith. Your peaceful life is shattered when a mercenary raid ordered by King Sigismund himself burns your village to the ground. By bittersweet fortune, you are one of the few survivors of this massacre. Without a home, family, or future, you end up in the service of the Lord Radzig Kobila. I think that's how it's said. Who is forming a resistance against the invasion. Fate drags you into this bloody conflict and shoves you into a raging civil war where you help fight for the future of Bohemia. So yeah, that's what's in store for us. And another thing I was gathering while I was watching the trailers, there's like 2 or 3 trailers that play on the Steam store that you can watch before you buy the game, and they really emphasize the realism of this game. It's unlike The Witcher or Dark Souls, which The Witcher's more real than Dark Souls by far, but this game is supposed to be more real than that. For example, if you steal something, it's actually like Skyrim, but if you steal something and no one sees you steal it, you can still be walking around that object and people will call you out on it even though they have no idea that you stole it. Whereas in The Witcher, you usually only get in trouble if you steal something in front of somebody, and that's usually only if there's a guard around. You could steal stuff from like peasants and stuff and they don't care. Well, they'll care, but they're not going to do anything. Also, like it was talking about your appearance, so like if you're about to go see, you know, a merchant or a nobility or someone that you're trying to impress, you might want to, you know, look really good, maybe clean yourself up. There's probably ways to do that. Maybe put on your really nice shiny armor so people take you more seriously. They may think you're like a, you know, nobility yourself or like a royal guard. So that's something I'm going to really be paying attention to. That's like one of the reasons why I want to like do the sword fighting lessons last, because like I want to, you know, get all the things done that I'm supposed to do in case there's like consequences for, you know, not doing them timely, I guess. But that is going to be it for this intro episode. Just getting our bearings, getting a feel for the controls. Obviously talking to Pops here and Mum. And then we're going to begin next episode by going to collect our debt so that we can buy some charcoal so he can finish this sword for Mr. Radzig, if that's how his name's said. So, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. This game looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very excited to continue. And we will see you very soon with some more Kingdom Come Deliverance.